the mountains when I found myself standing by the pool, coffee in hand, listening to a woman scream at the front gate. Her voice echoed through the quiet valley as he shouted into her phone, already calling 911 like I was some kind of criminal. She had no idea T.S. was my land. No idea that every inch of it belonged to me. And she definitely didn't know that T.S. pool, this place she was demanding access to, was built with my own 2 hands. By the time the IES arrived, the truth was going to hit harder than the Arizona sun. Before we get into it, let me now where you're watching from today. And if you're new here, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to join the community. The day had started peacefully, like most mornings in the valley. The air was still cool, the desert quiet, and I was leaning against the wooden railing of my porch with my usual mug of black coffee when I saw her. A woman in a loud floral swimsuit and oversized sunglasses. SES marched up the gravel path like she owned the place. She ignored the private property signs post along the fence and didn't slow down for a second. She went straight to the pool gate, tossed her towel onto a lounge chair, and yelled, "Hey! Open this gate right now. We all pay for this pool." I set my coffee down and walked over. I'd dealt with entitled people before, but something about her tone immediately rubbed me the wrong way. "Ma'am," I said calmly, "this pool is private property. It's not public, and it's not part of any HOA." She spun around, one hand planted on her hip, her and glasses flashing in the sunlight. "Don't start with me," she snapped. "I'm part of the HOA. We all have rights to this place. You can't block me out." I almost laughed. "I'm not blocking you out," I replied. "I'm telling you the truth. This pool is mine. I built it. I maintain it. The HOA has no lame here." For a second, she just stared at me like her brain couldn't process the word no. Then her face twisted into pure anger. "Oh, you'll regret this," she said, pulling out her phone. "I'm calling 911. Let's see what happens when the sheriff gets here." I didn't move. "You don't back down if people like that, if you do, they'll walk all over you forever." I leaned against the fence while he barked into her phone, glancing back at the pool shimmering behind me. That pool wasn't just water and stone. It was the first thing I built when I bought this land years ago. Back then, this valley was nothing but dust, hills, and a half-collapsed cabin. I worked day and night hauling concrete, laying tile, and planting every mesquite tree by hand. I poured my savings, and my soul, into this place. This land wasn't just mine on paper. It was mine in every way that mattered. The crunch of tires on gravel broke the silence. A sheriff's cruiser pulled up, sunlight flashing off the light bar. Woman smirked like she'd already won. "You're in trouble now," she muttered. The deputy stepped out, calm and professional. "We got a call about a dispute over property access," he said. "Ma'am, is this the man refusing you entry?" "Yes," she snapped. "He's blocking me from the community pool." I stayed calm. "Deputy, this isn't a community pool. It's on my private property. I can show you the deed." "He's lying," she scoffed. "Just some stubborn old man hoarding everything." I walked into my cabin and returned with a thick folder, deeds, survey maps, tax records, and laid them out on the railing. "I bought this entire valley 5 years ago," I explained. "The HOAB Ounderi ends 3 miles down the road. The deputy reviewed the paperwork carefully, then nodded. He's telling the truth, ma'am. Her face went from red to purple. That's impossible. We pay fees. You pay for your HOA park and tennis courts, I said calmly. Not this land. You're trespassing. She grabbed her towel in a rage. You'll regret this. I know people. I said nothing as she met off, gravel spraying behind her car. When the cruiser left, the valley returned to silence. I leaned on the fence, finished my coffee, and watched the sunlight dance across the water. I knew one thing for sure, this wasn't the last I'd hear from her. After she was gone, memories flooded back. And my hand along the fence I built nail by nail. 6 years ago, this place was forgotten land, rot tin. Cabin, dry well, rocky soil no one wanted. I slept under the stars, worked brutal summers, and spent every paycheck turning it into a home. Over time, I added guest cabins, a workshop, a fire pit, finally the pool, built with creek stone and cedar wood. Not fancy. Just honest. Just mine. Then HOA arrived downhill. New houses. New rules. New people who didn't understand boundaries. And the end came her. That afternoon, I went back to work, fixing fences, chopping wood, tending the land. By midday, I sat beneath the mesquite trees by the pool, sipping cold water. I knew Karen wasn't finished. But neither was I. People like her don't just storm off and forget. I knew that the moment her car disappeared down the road.